Good morning and happy Tuesday, where I start all of my videos and basically end all of my videos. I'm going to put just after this something that I filmed just before we went to Bali, basically giving a rundown of where I've been. I touched a little bit on it on my broadcast on my Instagram, so if you're not following me on Instagram, go do that, and basically just kind of going through my thoughts and feelings and everything from the last few months. So basically, I think we're nearly 3 months post-show. 2 months? 2.5 months. I don't even know anymore, if I'm honest with you. I think it's 3 months, 12 weeks post-show. Leading into the end of November, which means we move house this weekend, which is so fun. I think this is like the 8th move since I've lived on the Gold Coast, which I'm so excited for the moves to be over. But yeah, I'm going to take you through a week, meals, training, just everything, the move. But I will pop in the video just explaining everything after this, and then we'll go through the week. Alrighty guys, so first of all, welcome to If This Makes the YouTube channel. Welcome back. Now, first of all, we go to Bali next week, and then we are in the process of moving. So it is absolute fucking chaos behind me, and I'm not even going to try and avoid it because we're going to try and start piecing the puzzles together for the move. So if you know, you know, I've done a lot of moves since I've lived on the Gold Coast, and I'm fucking over it, but it is what it is. So welcome back. It has been, since I've uploaded a video, 3 months, I think, which is not ideal, probably more than 3 months, but we are just shy of 2 months post-show for Worlds, and we're just over 2 months post-New Zealand. So obviously it has been a long time since I picked up the camera. I think I was in my mock peak week the last time I uploaded a video. I think I would have about 20 videos sitting there of me picking up and going, sorry, I've been so MIA, I'm getting back into it. And that was the only video I filmed for that day, and then I didn't film anything. So I'm hoping this will actually get up, not stay in the drafts and stay in the camera roll. But I just wanted to kind of give a bit of a rundown about, I guess, where I've been. So obviously we had New Zealand just over 2 months ago, which was the most incredible experience getting back on stage. Honestly, the New Zealand stage was probably one of the best productions I've seen, being a spectator but also an athlete. They ran it so Jess and Gronya ran it so well. It was an amazing day, being able to be backstage with Kira and Macy as well. Just being able to, you know, spend time with them and enjoy the day. In terms of obviously placings, look, at the end of the day, it was my first pro show. I knew coming into these shows, going into athletic, which was not the original plan to do athletic, I was going to be on the small end. So basically my feedback was conditioning was perfect, bikini choice was perfect, quad size was perfect. It was just mainly bringing up my upper body a little bit more and bringing in my glutes a little bit more, which bodybuilding, we knew that was the case. And to be honest, this show was not about like doing well per se. It was to prove to myself that I belonged on a pro stage. And that's all I wanted to get out of this. And the transformation that I made in my physique in those 2 years is unrecognizable. And I can say that. And that's not me being like cocky or anything like that. It was my own journey. I don't believe when I went pro that I probably should have gone pro, and that's okay. But all I wanted to do was prove that I belonged on that pro stage. And I do believe, like looking back at the photos, I held my own. So we came 7th, I think, at New Zealand, which was my placing at my very first show that I ever did. But again, like, I'm happy with that. To be honest, it wasn't about the placings. It wasn't about like trying to prove a point to anyone else. It was to prove to myself that I could get up there and be competitive, and to be honest, get a new baseline for where I need to grow. So there was only so long I could keep pushing back a show. I needed to see where we're at. in terms of what was to do next and how lean I could get. And to be honest, I did not think I could get that conditioned, which was obviously a highlight of my feedback was my conditioning. I was fucking lean. So that was amazing to see. And then obviously following into 2 weeks later was Worlds. I wasn't going to do the show, to be honest, because I had a lot of feelings coming out of New Zealand that I wasn't too sure, but I had my niece and my family coming to do that show. And to be honest, I wanted to finish that prep with my partner, with Kira, and making sure that, like, not that I stuck to my word for them, but stuck to my word to myself as well. So we did Worlds. Obviously, it was roughly the same. It was a much bigger lineup. The caliber of athletes was just insane. Paris, who won, she is fucking incredible. All top three, Sam, Bria, like, honestly, insane packages. So it was just amazing to stand up next to them as well and just to have fun. I went in with obviously no expectations, and just to get up and have fun. I really loved the look that we brought for Worlds. Obviously, I preferred the leaner look at New Zealand, but the whole package with my hair and my makeup and my bikini, I much preferred at Worlds. So that's the rundown. We are nearly 8 weeks, I think 7 weeks into post-show. I think from my show day weight for Worlds versus now, I'm just under 3 kilos above that stage weight. I'm just under 4 kilos above my New Zealand weight. And I would say probably about 4.5 from my most depleted state, which was about 48.5. So I'm sitting at about anywhere between 52.5 and 53 kilos at the moment. And it's been relatively that weight for the last 2 to 3 weeks. We've had, I think, 2 or 3 increases since then of food as well. And my weight's just kind of chilling. Flexibility, meals out is there. Just counteracting, like I'm not, like if I'm eating a meal out, I'm not just eating my normal meals during the day. I am trying to account for these things where I can. Hunger's not sky high or anything like that either. So I can try and manage that quite well. Cardio, 20 minutes a day, that will stay for life. I think heart health, super important. Steps are at 10K. Food is high. It's higher than it's ever been. It's higher than my build in my last build. So coach is happy. I've had my days. And if I'm honest with you, I've really struggled post-show, to be honest, with adjusting back to a healthy body fat percentage. Obviously, yeah, I'm still scale weight quite lower in that regard. And like, it's hard. I see the numbers and I know that, you know, it's at a good place and we're in a good position, but I basically just went MIA, except to my clients. So, you know, I haven't really probably shown up in the best way that I could for the people around me, which is something that I've absolutely owned and I've become really aware of over the last couple of weeks. So I've gone back to therapy to make sure that I'm managing myself and my feelings and making sure I'm not just ghosting everyone around me, which, to be honest, I didn't even realize I was doing until maybe a few weeks ago. And I was like, I just went ghost. I just went MIA. And that's just me trying to digest my own feelings and trying to not, I guess, put them onto other people. But that's just, I'm giving you the vulnerability here and the truth. I have really struggled with trying to navigate how I feel, how I look, all those kinds of things. It's the best I've ever looked post-show, but I feel like I should look better. You know, I feel like I shouldn't have flexibility, but I've basically been in prep for a year. So it's just, some days are amazing, some days are really low. Some days I feel like I'm on top of the world. Some days I can't get out of bed. Like, it's just a roller coaster. So yeah, that's kind of the spill, 7 minutes of yapping, but I just really wanted to be super open and super vulnerable. Like, post-show, obviously it's been such a long time since I had a post-show, and I was fucking lean. So trying to adjust to that, like, I would argue I was not even, like, I was probably 5 or 4 kilos lighter at my shows this year than I was, and I was obviously had a lot more muscle. So just trying to remember that that is not my normality, but because I was lean for a long period of time, I became really accustomed to how I looked. So yeah, that's the spill. I think I've caught you up on everything. I'm so grateful for the people, wow, getting emotional, and then I start blubbering. the people around me have honestly, like, they've stuck by me. And to be honest, like, I've been really hard to kind of be around at points of time because I'm just trying to, you know, suppress my feelings, and then I kind of just go to my room and then I like explode. So yeah, I'm very grateful for Justin, for Caitlin, for my partner, obviously, Christian and Kira. They've been in my corner, and obviously like my clients, and you know, I've got so many people in my corner that are constantly checking in on me. But you know, yeah, it's just been a whirlwind. So that's that. I'm going to make sure I pick up the camera more. I'm making sure that I film and document this build like I always do on my Instagram. I've never shone away from my builds, being uncomfortable, putting on body fat. You know, I've shown up 15 kilos heavier and been super confident. So I need to remember that as well. So yeah, that is that. I need to make breakfast. I need to work. We have so much coming in the works with Momentum Method, my business. We do have a new coach coming on board, which is super fucking exciting. I'm just making sure that everything is perfect because my business is my baby and I take it so seriously that I don't just want anyone coming into my business. And this person has shown up for me day in, day out for like a few years now, and like not even with the thought of ever becoming a coach. And I actually proposed it to her because of how hard she works. So I just need to make sure everything's perfect, and I don't want anything to be missed out in that process for her becoming a coach. It's really important that, you know, my mentorship is taken seriously. So lots of that. We did the shoot. Everything is happening. It's so busy, but I'm going to stop blabbering because that's fucking 10 minutes. So, all right. It is 9:30. Just finished an appointment. Wow, this is a beautiful look. I'm not really ever someone who will give a shit about what they look like. Just to film, you know the drill. So I've got my morning vitamins. And now I need to eat. I've got the usual. It's literally every single day the same thing. Rice flour, protein powder, blueberries, peanut butter, and dates. This is, well, this was my last meal in prep, and now it's my first and my last meal. And it's just so good. I'll never get sick of it. But I didn't have blueberries in prep. So basically, my meals are very similar to when I was in prep. Like I still have rice, pineapple meal, beef, peas meal, rice flour, obviously dates, cereal. Sometimes I'll swap out a cereal for rice cakes, but it's just little things like different fruit and veg. Like I've got some beetroot and tomato and corn and stuff in my diet now, which is really good. It's just so good. And then I need to train legs. And then I'm gonna get some PBs. And then I need to work. And that's about it. What you got?
Fried eye.
Sorry.
Oh, YouTube.
Yeah. She's back.
Fried rye.
What's in it? Do you know?
Chicken, rice, peas, carrot, corn, sweet soy.
Who made it? You made it.
I finished it off.
And how'd you finish it off?
Just give it the loving touch.
Sauce.
Yes.
And Jax is just chilling. Aren't you, baby? Aren't you? Yeah. He knows it's food time. Oh, meerkat. Meerkat mode. That's a boss angle. Happy Thursday, guys. I think I picked up the camera Tuesday, and the last thing I filmed was
Fried rice.
no, I was eating cereal, doing work in bed. That was the last thing I filmed, I believe. So it is Thursday. We have had a lot happen this week.
It's been a big one.
It's been a very big week. So we checked in this morning with Justin. He's very happy with how everything... Whoa! As soon as we move, it doesn't work. Shit. Just go really slow, babe. Nah, it's not gonna work. Okay. Well, we checked in. I'll get like an official check-in back probably tomorrow because he's in Japan at the moment. But from what we've spoken about, he's very happy with how everything is going. My strength has come back like so well, considering I was not well last week with Bali Belly and travel and everything. I wasn't really expecting to push the way I have on Tuesday and today, to be honest, which was really good. I'll probably pop in my leg press video after this. But we trained. What did you train?
Posterior, big booty beach session.
Yep. And then from there we went to, I'm not going to really say it until probably tomorrow or whenever we get what we get, but we just signed our lives away basically. No, I'm kidding. Kind of. Not really. How do I hint without hinting? I don't know. Anyway, but now we've done that. We've gone home. We've showered. We've prepared cream of rice to put in the fridge for later because it's too hot in the Gold Coast to be eating hot cream of rice. And now we're going to go get our keys to move house this weekend. So I feel like everyone who knows me or has known me for a long time, I have not had the best run when it comes to moving houses since I've been on the Gold Coast. It's my, I think, 8th or 9th move in the last 3.5 years we've been.
Those numbers are jumping up every single day.
No, they're not.
Started at 6.
Nah, it's definitely 8 or 9. It's definitely 8 or 9. Anyway, I've moved a lot. Last year alone, I moved, I think 5 times alone. And there's been 2 times prior to that. And then moving again. Yeah, that's like 8. Anyway, so we're getting the keys. And then we can't go in there until tomorrow because the carpets are still getting redone. So we will go in tomorrow and start moving tomorrow. We have got the moving truck on Saturday, and we, as in him, will be moving most of the big stuff. And then other than that, what else?
Exciting times ahead.
There's lots happening. I feel like as soon as we got back from Bali, we just haven't stopped. It's just been a lot happening, but all really good positive things, but we just really haven't had a moment to chill. So yeah, that's about it really. How are you feeling?
Exhausted, and we haven't even started moving, so
yeah, it's gonna be a big weekend, but we are very lucky that we've got some amazing people around us to help move. But once we basically get settled, then it's his birthday, and then it's Christmas. How are we nearly in December? I do not understand. But anyway, we are going to get these keys. I will probably pick up the camera, I'm gonna say later, but it's gonna be tomorrow when we hopefully get what we're getting. And then
jet ski.
No. And then hopefully I will try and document some of this move and kind of how we are navigating training and, wow, what the fuck is it? Training and everything like that with food and whatnot, because we are both in building season. So he's already complaining about the food.
Too much food.
It's not too much food. I could eat double that, honestly. But anyway, we'll catch you later.
Bye.
morning. It is 3:30 in the morning. I'm trying to ignore the fact that I think I'm getting sick. It's just kind of been lingering, to be honest. Anyway, I'm in my new car, which is just so exciting. I feel like there's just been so much going on, and this happened so quickly. We looked at this at the start of the week, then we test drove it a few times. We got it checked over again. And then we just bought it. So it was a very impulse decision, but we need 2 cars. So I think I went over it anyway. So Christian, he had an accident in his bike, and then obviously with that, he doesn't have any transport at the moment. So then he was just like, well, why don't you get a new car? So I was like, okay, maybe I will. So I'm very lucky that I've got someone like him to put me before him in those situations. And yeah, so anyway, I have got my last session of the week today. It is 3 a.m. We have got the big part of the move today. So yesterday we actually did a lot more than I expected. But I was just in hustle mode. I was up, I'd filled up all the trolleys at 6 a.m. and he woke up and he's like, whoa. And I was like, yep, I'm getting most of this done today. So then tomorrow it's literally just the big shit. So we pick up the truck at 8 a.m, but I want legs and cardio and some steps done. So it is 10 to 4, which means I should be home by 7:30 to go get the truck. So if you want to make it work, you make it work. It's that simple. Obviously, I don't have kids, so I am very lucky that I get to do this and really manipulate my schedule to make these things fit. It's so much harder when you have obviously other people and kids and stuff like that to think about. So I'm very, very fortunate that I can do this. But we make it work. We always make it work. So I'm gonna go train. We've got my single leg press day today. My body is feeling pretty good considering I was pretty fucking sore after, to be honest, after both my leg days. I've been pretty fucking sore. But yeah, I just really want to, not a full rest day tomorrow, but just unpack and not have to worry about training and shit. So yeah. Oh my gosh. It is 10 to 1. The truck is unloaded. Everything is in the house. I am so glad that we started yesterday because it has made today so much easier. We started reloading cars at, I think it was 7 a.m. this morning. So I got up, I did legs and my cardio at about, I was up at 2:30 because my brain wouldn't shut off. But then once I got home, we went and got a coffee and took Jax for a bit of a walk and then came back, started loading up the car. Then we went and got the truck, came back, started loading up the truck while the boys were doing the truck. I was loading my car back and forth and all that jazz, and we're so thankful for the people around us, honestly, so thankful. So we moved in. Christian's just gone into the pool because it is so hot. We are so sweaty. Had rice flour for breakfast, and then I just had some chicken and pineapple before. So I thought we were going to be doing this until 5 p.m. The only thing we have to do at 8 p.m. is go back out and get a couch because we're getting a couch. And we have the truck for that. So, which is kind of annoying that it's at 8 p.m, but that's okay. I look a disheveled mess. My hair was beautiful yesterday because BW washed it before I got my new car. But yeah, it's just been such a massive week. And I think onboarding a coach under my business, getting a new car, going into our second home together, it's just been clients starting prep, mapping out their yearly plans, which obviously takes a very long time. It has just been go. I've had so many posing clients this week and I've got so many posing clients next week as well. It's just all happening, but all incredible things, and I'm just feeling so grateful. Excuse the hands, I've decided to go no nails for a little bit, just to give them a break. You can hear Jax, he's in the crate at the moment because we just had to get everything in so he wasn't getting stepped on or anything like that. So that is about it. I'm feeling very grateful. I'm feeling very overwhelmed. I haven't really had time to digest any of it, to be honest. But it's super exciting. So yeah, that's about it for now. I'll keep you posted. I think he wants something yummy for dinner. So if we do get that, I'll film that potentially. But we just have so much to unbox. I was unpacking as I was going, so it's not that bad, but I have a lot of clothes. So I need to get that sorted. Come on, I am so tired because Christian couldn't sleep, so he kept waking me up talking. But that's fine. We'll live with that. But that's okay. So I'm going to make my fat burner. I'm going to go on elliptical. And yeah, that's about it, to be honest. Today's a massive reset day. Meal prep, grocery shop, finish unpacking, make the bed, just all that little stuff. But my voice is gone completely, so that's like